Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. Ladies and gentlemen, for your scorecards, we happen to be at episode 14 of Jukebox From Hell. That's right, a little bit of a delay, but at least we do have it going, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be discussing the 1986 album from Cheap Trick. That's right. Here's the front, here's the back. Let me show you here. For the record collecting standpoint, we're going to be looking at this type of label. This is in beautiful shape. You also happen to have an inner sleeve that is partial lyrics and the band at the time when this was released in November '86, which of course would be Robin Zander, Rick Nielsen, John Brandt on bass, who he was with the band since 1981, who used to be in a band called D Thumbs, which was a local act in the Chicagoland area, and then lastly Bunny Carlos. That's right. So, all right. Now, this particular, we have research, of course. This particular happens to be from Cheap Trick's official website, along with Wiki and All Music. Alright? So, Cheap Trick, 9th studio album for the Doctor. It was released November 1986. It was produced by Tony Platt. The previous album from Cheap Trick was Standing on the Edge, which was released in July 1985. That album made it to number 35 on the Billboard charts, and the single Tonight It's You made it to number 44 on the Billboard chart. Now, unfortunately here for the Doctor, you're looking at, it only made it to 115 on the Billboard charts, 115. There was a 2017 reissue in Japan. I think the charts over there are called Oricon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It only made it to 146. So, Epic Records was kind of being a pain in the ass to the band around this time, seriously. Even though Standing on the Edge did a lot better chart-wise than this did, but Next Position Please, which was the album before this, didn't really do so well. So it's not like the 1977 to 82 heyday, if you will. The band originally wanted Jack Douglas to produce, but he had to back out due to legal issues with Yoko Ono. Now, I'm assuming that that probably had to do with the Double Fantasy / Milk and Honey John Lennon Yoko Ono releases. That's what I'm guessing on here. Or maybe it had to do with Season of Glass. For her Yoko solo album, I don't know. But mixer Tony Platt was summoned instead. Now the single, It's Only Love, didn't chart, but it's a very interesting video. Actually, if I remember correctly, it's the first rock music video to have sign language, American Sign Language in it. I think that's kind of cool. Kiss Me Red, which was another single, but it was only released as a 12-inch promo single. Alright, so we go break it down by break it down here, right? Right. Track 1, It's Up to You. Really positive song to start this out. I just really didn't care for the keys synth work here. This is going to unfortunately be an albatross, if you will, in this whole particular album, is the synth work and the electronic drums. Now, yes, I do understand that a lot of mid-'80s records were done this way. Alright, even late 80s too. But it just, oh God, it doesn't work here. The whole thing. So, I'll get more into it in a little bit. Track 2, Rearview Mirror Romance. Song about seeing a girl in your rearview mirror and loving who he sees. It's okay song, but that synth stuff gets annoying, and it does. Track 3, The Doctor, started out okay, but, well, the occasional buzzsaw guitar and electronic drums kill it. Track 4, Are You Lonely Tonight? Look, it's a decent song till they go into that pan flute. There's a very weird pan flute effect here. That it goes in and out, that whole sound effect. The electronic drums are still there, but not as bad of an effect on this one. Track 5, Name of the Game. Ugh, this is starting to drive me nuts. Track 6, Kiss Me Red. Heard the band hates this song. I don't hate it, but it needs to either kill the keys or mix them down in the track. Track 7, Take Me to the Top. So far, my favorite song on here. It's a lovely ballad, and it really is. It's just those keys that need a little muted. Track 8, Good Girls Go to Heaven, but Bad Girls Go Everywhere. Starts out great. I really like this song, but once again, those dreaded keys and electronic drums. Number 9, Man, You, Lip, You, Later. That's right, you heard me. Don't get me started on that track. And lastly, we close it out with It's Only Love, track 10. I like this one, and we close this album out. Now, in my opinion, of course, and I'm going to tell you something. I've been a huge Cheap Trick fan for decades now, okay? I think the first album I bought new from them was either In Color or Dream Police. I'm not sure which. So I've loved them a very long time and got to see them many times. But here's the truth on the Doctor. That's right. So you got here, half this album is decent. Alright, it's decent. Would be better if they would remix this. Seriously, if they remixed this album, it would be such a major improvement on this record. And it's like I said, as far as the synth electronic drums are concerned, either remove them all or just mute them way completely down. And I think you'd have yourself a better record for sure. Not a great record, but I think it'd be really decent if they would do a remix. Now, what happens afterwards, after the Doctor? They do a short tour for this. Then after that, John Brandt exits the band. And original classic lineup bassist Tom Peterson comes back after being gone for 7 years. And then they create the next album, Lap of Luxury, that's right, that was released in April 1988 and went to number 16 on the Billboard chart. So let me ask you something here. Are you a Cheap Trick fan? Did you end up getting this back in late 86? I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't. For some reason, I never heard any of it on the radio. I remember hearing Tonight It's You from the Standing on the Edge album was all over the radio at the time in Chicagoland, but nothing off of here, to my knowledge, was played. And then for Lap of Luxury, The Flame, of course, and Don't Be Cruel, and Ghost Town, those were all on the radio in '88. But did you end up getting this album? What do you think of this album? What is your favorite Cheap Trick album or song, for that matter? They're still going, and I'm glad that they are. So that's something to think about here. So I know you're asking yourself, and some of you out there aren't asking anyway, what is the next episode of Jukebox From Hell? We're going to go back 10 years prior to this, alright? 10 years to March of 1976. This is going to be one of those curveball episodes, okay, that a lot of people maybe aren't going to expect. But in March of 1976, the last full studio album from this excellent band, which unfortunately were in their death throes by '76. We are talking about Three Dog Night's American Pastime. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That will be on the next episode of Jukebox From Hell. And if you've got any suggestions for future Jukebox From Hell episodes, drop them in the comments, please. As always, please like and subscribe. to Psycho's Platters. We do have more interesting content coming very soon, and we do try to have decent, informative live streams too. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, always powered by coffee, each and every time. That's the Psycho promise. And until next time, take care, God bless, rock on, and go listen to some of this and see what you think. And leave it in the comments. Take care.